Okay, let's talk about your comfort zone and the importance of stepping out of your comfort zone, right? Now, the main reason why people don't want to step out of their comfort zone, especially these days, is because when you do, you start experiencing anxiety, right? Anxiety occurs. People don't like feeling anxious these days, right? To the point where if you're feeling anxious about anything, you must have an anxiety problem, right? Is anxiety a problem? I don't remember anxiety being a problem when I was growing up. Anxiety, you're supposed to feel it when you're stepping out of your comfort zone, right? Stepping out of your comfort zone, that's where all the accomplishments are. That's where the character's built. Now, for an example, you're feeling anxious when you go on a job interview or when you got your driving test. You're feeling anxious as hell that day. Difference is you'll accept it because you'll weigh up risk versus reward. Even though there's no real risk other than feeling a little bit anxious, the reward could be your driving license. Your reward could be that new job. So you just go through with your anxiety anyway. It's only going to be 1 day or 1 hour. So you accept that. But the important ones, the daily ones of stepping out of your comfort zone, where the character's going to be built, where the foundation's going to be built, the daily steps, stepping out of your character. Stop walking into the gym for the first time. You can't do that. You can't do that. Think about it. Everyone who's gone to the gym was either overweight or underweight. Whoever went into the gym for their first day, they were not satisfied with their body. They walked into the gym surrounded by people that have been doing it for years, they've been in shape. Anxiety through the roof. They stepped out of their comfort zone. But that's where the accomplishment is, right? You gotta understand, stop looking at anxiety as a problem. Look at it as an opportunity. Whenever you're feeling anxious, ask yourself why you are feeling anxious. You gotta ask yourself these things, because if you sit there and ask yourself because a lot of people, this is where people say they got anxiety problem. They're sitting in their house and they're feeling anxious and they don't know why. To the point where they can't even go to the supermarket. They're anxious going to the supermarket, right? That's not supposed to be a huge accomplishment. That's just something that people do every single day. Why do you feel anxious? It's not because you've got a problem. It's because the way your life is too comfortable. You spend too much time indoors. You spend too much time in your bedroom, not socializing, no sunlight, no conversations with people. So when you go outside to do basic stuff, it's overwhelming. So you believe you got an anxiety problem. No, you just gotta adjust your lifestyle. You gotta change what you're doing. You gotta step out of your comfort zone more often. If you just go to the supermarket more often, right? If you just go outside more often, if you just attend your work's Christmas party more often, you can only do that once a year. But if you just do social events more often, if you go outside more often, if you walk the dog more often, if you go to the gym more often, your anxiety issues are going to fade away. If you step out of your comfort zone more often, you understand? That's where the character's built. Whatever's making you feel anxious, embrace it, go through it, do it. You have to do it. Do you think I'm sitting here on YouTube speaking to people that haven't even seen? I'm just speaking to my phone. Like, I'm stepping out. I stepped out of my comfort zone, and now I'm accomplishing things by stepping out of my comfort zone. I got people watching me. I got people talking about me. I got people sending my videos around, giving their opinions. I got people insulting me, all the way out of my comfort zone. But the benefits on the other end are worth it, right? Don't be scared of feeling anxious. Don't be worried when you're feeling anxious. Don't be scared of stepping out of your comfort zone. All the best things are on the other end. And if you don't believe me, just look at your life and everything that good happened. I guarantee you it was on the other end of a bit of anxiety. I guarantee you it was on the other end of the best day, probably your best day, your 18th birthday or your 21st birthday. I bet you were feeling anxiety that day, and by the end of the night you felt good. Even on a smaller scale like that, there's nothing wrong with feeling anxious. There's nothing wrong with stepping out of your comfort zone. Go fucking do it. Purposely do it every day. Tell yourself every day, I'm gonna do something that's kind of out of the norm. Even if it means just going the fuck outside, because too many of you fuckers are staying in your bedroom in the dark, playing video games, watching porn, doing all that. Go outside. I don't want to make it seem like I'm an old man, because I'm not that old, but it was different when I was growing up. If I wanted to see one of my friends, I didn't have a phone. I'd have to go walk to his house, knock on, realise he's not in, then walk to someone else's house, knock on. His mum goes, oh, he's not coming out, pretty much tells me to fuck off. If I wanted to ring someone, I have to ring them from the house phone. The person's mum or dad answers, and it's all awkward. They don't even know who the fuck I am. Who's this kid ringing the house? There was no room for anxiety. If we wanted stuff, we had to just go do it. thing is, these days, everyone's life's too easy and too comfortable to the point where they can't even order a Subway sandwich because they can't speak to this person in front of them that's making them the sandwich. They can't ring the pizza guy and tell them what they want on their pizza. If they go to a restaurant and the person brings them the wrong thing, they won't even correct the person. They'll just eat the I've seen it, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Step out of your comfort zone, because that's where the character's built. That's where the accomplishments are. Peace.